Man, I spilled my fucking drink again. Damn it, I'm a failure after all my hard work. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, All Might. Hello and welcome to Devin's Drunk Review, the show where I take your beloved movies and I talk about them absolutely obliterated. And I've had a lot to drink tonight. So this is going to be so much fun for you and for sober Devin. Sober Devin's going to have a whirlwind of a time. Aren't you? Go on, tell him. You little bitch. You little dumb, stupid, sober bitch. Little bitch. In this episode, we're going to talk about Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. Oh boy. So I grew up watching Star Wars, and it's pretty safe to say that I'm a big fan. I have the tattoos, I have the wall art, I have the games, I have the wall art. So in 1999, when I was somewhere between the littlest of babies and the manliest of men, to find out that I was gonna get a new Star Wars movie, I damn near went buck wild in my Chuck Finster slippers. I remember loving this movie. My aunt took me and I had so much fun. Because I didn't care about the politics, and I didn't care about the super, not casual, really overt, racial stereotypes. I wanted stuff like this. And that's exactly what I got. But then I got older, and I really had to sit with this movie, and it's like, do you know this movie is over 2 hours long? Holy shit. I've been watching this movie my entire life, but I've never really paid attention to it. It's not like I had to. I know what happened in this movie, right? Apparently not! So this movie opens the way all Star Wars movies do, with that iconic, legendary song that everybody knows and loves. And then it immediately launches into Qui Gon Jinn, played by the fantastic Liam Neeson, just not giving a single fuck about anything. He is consistently the smartest man in this entire thing. Start of the movie, he's already on the spaceship and he's like, I don't want to wait in line. Get me through this fucking traffic. Get me on that ship. And everyone's like, you got it. And Ewan McGregor's there, and Ewan McGregor's really young, and he's got a rat tail, and he looks like my dad in the 1990s for some reason. So there are two Jedi on this bad guy ship, trying to negotiate to save a planet, and the Trade Federation decides to do the most rational thing they can think of.
They gas them.
And I remember thinking that shot when the doors open and there's just gas in the room, and then the two lightsabers go off, I thought that was the coolest shit. Completely ignoring the fact that they just got gassed in an attempt to kill them. So they obviously escape, as Jedi are known to do, and Qui-Gon Jinn, once again, has no time for the bullshit. Hey, you're gonna let me in this room. We're not gonna let you in this room. You're not gonna let me in this room? Alright, fuck it. I'm melting the door. So shit goes crazy and they call in the droidicas. And to this day, the droidicas are the coolest thing in the prequel trilogy. Just look at these little bastards. Look at these roly-polies with laser beams on them. They're amazing. And they gave us the stupidest line in this entire thing.
No much for droidicas.
And we see Padme for the first time, or who we think is Padme for the first time, and she looks like Paul Stanley for some reason, like she's just gonna start singing Strutter to us. And then we get to Naboo and we just meet just the worst part of this movie, man. Just, I think I said it in the footage. I fucking hate Jar Jar. So we meet Jar Jar Binks, who is the living embodiment of the John Travolta meme, and we all know what meme we're talking about. So the Jedi meet up with him, and he's like, Misa gonna take you to my underwater city where all my friends are. We'sa be safe. Wrong. We get to see the invasion of Naboo, which is eerily similar to how the invasion of France looked during World War II, and that's something I've always really liked about George Lucas. He always found a way to take real-world events and mirror them in his fiction, like the invasion of Naboo looking like the invasion of France, and every war crime balled into one to look like Jar Jar Binks. I really just fucking hate Jar Jar Binks. The Jedi save the Queen and they get off the Naboo planet and they go to the Sandy planet, Tatooine, the Plot planet, Tatooine. So they wander around this stupid planet for a little bit. There's a poop joke. It's all very stupid. And then they run into Baby Vader himself, Anakin Skywalker. And I just want to shout out Jake Lloyd real quick, because all he wanted to do was be in a Star Wars movie. He wanted to be in his favorite movie of all time, and they let him be in his favorite movie of all time. And then Star Wars fans, because they're stupid little piss babies, they jumped up his ass about it, and now a 9-year-old kid never acted again, and then his life got bad. Real bad. We also get that really creepy scene where Anakin compares Padme to an angel, and she's totally into it, and everyone's like, no, yo, like Chris Hansen, do your job. Naturally, on the desert planet, there's a sandstorm, so Anakin does the right thing, and he says, come back to my house, we've got food, hang out with me. And they're all like, cool. And they get into his house, and the look on his mother's face is entirely justified, because if my child brought home a droid, a 7-foot lizard person, a potentially 19-year-old pedophile, and Liam fucking Neeson, I would also be a little confused by that. This scene is largely pointless, and it sucks a lot. But it is the first time we get to see 3PO and R2 meet and interact. That kinda warms my heart a little bit. And while all this is going on, Palpatine is still doing his thing. Like, his plans are being set in motion. He's walking around with Darth Maul, who is the coolest fucking villain in this thing. He's one of the coolest characters in Star Wars, and I'm so glad that he got his major shine in Clone Wars and Rebels, because he is just a great character that they did nothing with in this movie. So Palpy does the Palpy thing, and he tells the man that looks like Satan to go to the desert planet and start painting houses. And he's like, copy that. So off he goes. So they eventually figure out that pod racing is going to be the way they get off this planet. And so Anakin's like, I've got a pod, enter me in the race. And everyone's like, yes. And then here he comes, Jar Binks. Fucking it up for everyone. He gets his tongue caught in the electrified connection holding this thing together. This is an electric beam that is holding together several tons of steel. That laser should have turned him into the idiot in the Green Mile who didn't get his sponge wet. Qui Gon Jinn, once again being the only man with a brain in this entire movie, decides to negotiate not just for Anakin to be in the pod race, but for his freedom as well. And he uses the Force to do it, which doesn't seem like a thing that the Force should be used for. Buying a human being? But I don't know, I'm not Liam Neeson. And seeing some of his later work, I'm not really going to question him. Sure, use the Force to buy a boy. Just don't hurt me. He also tests Anakin's blood for the midichlorians, and those are stupid. They're not the stupidest thing in this movie, but they're close. For anyone that doesn't know what a midichlorian is, it's like a bacteria that tells you how strong you are on the Force. That's like if having MRSA could tell you how smart you are. It's just dumb. So now we get to the pod race. I don't care about the pod race. I'm not gonna lie to you, I immediately tuned out. I think at this point I was just kind of drunk and eating cookies. I think that's what happened. Also, I don't know if this is legal, but since when have sniper rifles been legal on racetracks? Because look at this shit. It's like they got a bunch of Lee Harveys taking pot shots at children. Oh, and this is crazy, spoiler alert, Anakin wins. Whoa, what? No one would have seen that one coming. It's almost like it was part of the plot. So he has to leave his mom behind, and it's a very sad scene. Sad scene. And they're going back to the ship and everything's crazy. And then here comes Darth Maul with the sickest drive-by in history. And he just starts swinging wild. It was like the messiest drive-by in movie history. Like, he was just like, grrr, and just let them all have it. It was beautiful. Oh! So they get off the dang planet. Of course they get off the dang planet. And the first thing they do is they go to Coruscant. They take Anakin to the Jedi Council, where Yoda's supposed to be a puppet, but he wasn't a puppet in this one because the movie came out in '99, and he was supposed to be a puppet. I distinctly remember there being a puppet. I had to look it up because I thought I was having a stroke. I guess in 1999 he was a puppet, but then in the 2011 Blu-ray release, they replaced him with CG. But I'm totally fine with it. I'm glad they changed it to CG because, damn. And then the council just proceeds to roast a 10-year-old boy about missing his mother. And you wonder why he did what he did. So the Jedi don't want him around. That's clear at this point. But Qui Gon Jinn wasn't listening. He had his lightsaber out and he was doing Fortnite dances in the corner. And they were like, you can't train him. And he just kind of stopped and went, nah, I'm doing it. Then everybody gets back to Naboo and war's on the menu at this cafe. People are getting drafted. The war bonds are a thing. Rosie the Riveter's a Rhodian. So the good guys that are humans meet up with the good guys that are lizard people, and they join forces. It's amazing. Look at how big this battlefield is, man. Look at this shit. Makes the Battle of Helm's Deep look like Beyblades. Hold on. And while that's happening, everything's going for the human good guys over here, and they're going through the hangar bay, and then the doors open, and you see him. And he comes in with not one, not three, but 2 lightsaber blades. And then you hear it. You hear that? What's that little? You hear the jingle? That's right, you hear it, don't you? The greatest composition in musical history, Duel of the Goddamn Fates. This song still gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. All memes aside, this could be one of the greatest orchestral pieces ever composed by man. Move over, Sebastian Bach, you stupid deaf bitch. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Anakin starts flying a spacecraft for some reason. And it's absolutely bonkers. Like, he's flying a spacecraft into open battle. I want to do a quick rundown of all the weird stuff that's happened to Anakin since he's been put under the protection of the Jedi Order. He has had his life purchased by underhanded means. He's been shot at by snipers on a racetrack. He's almost been assassinated by Cool Devil, and now he's flying a spacecraft into open battlefield. Yeah, he's the chosen one, alright? He's been chosen by CPS. Oh, the ending. The movie ends with Anakin having a stupid rat tail and the giant lizard man holding up a... It's like one of those Spencer's Gifts plasma orbs. You know, you've seen the meme. One of them. And then the lizard man yells, "Peace!" And then it goes to... Oh, it goes to one of these. Hope you enjoyed the video. My sunglasses are on because my production lighting is very fucking bright and I'm incredibly hungover. I can only imagine why. So there are going to be links somewhere, I don't know where, probably right here or over my face or in the description. There are going to be some links and you're going to click them and it's like my Twitter and my Instagram. Cool. Just do it and I'll see you in the next one.